Coming up on today's program, act quickly to recover financially from a natural disaster. Hey, financial disasters happen, but they're often triggered by natural or person-made disasters. Hurricanes, fires, floods, explosions, building collapses, earthquakes, all catch us off guard. They leave us bewildered about how to recover. Welcome to What's Next with Money, a program that holds the promise of second chances, strategies for growth, and financial empowerment. Let's get started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the reminder bell, and smash the like button, if you will. This helps build the outreach and connection for our growing YouTube audience and others who want to learn in a non-commercial, non-conflicted setting. After disaster recovery, we're talking physical, digital, emotional security, income cuts, temporary housing, relocation, and records even destroyed. I'm going to give you 3 points and a big bonus section at the end. So here's point number 1, conduct an inventory. Now here you're back to the site of the disaster. You need to, if you can, if the authorities let you, remove and secure valuables and watch as you do this for potential hazards. Do a room-by-room inventory throughout the interior. Also pay attention to the exterior. Take photos, videos, make lists. Do a narration of what you see as you go through. And you're going to need support. You're going to need another set of eyes to help you to avoid walking around because of hazards, but also your perception of what's out there. Look at your pre-disaster list that we covered on our other video, 4 ways to prepare financially for a natural disaster. I have a link for that in the comments section. If you don't have that pre-disaster prep list, you can kind of reconstruct it from several sources, from your realtor, from friends and family who took holiday photos, from recent credit card statements for purchases. And do not consider the inventory that you're creating to be final. You're going to remember other things later. You've been through some trauma. Temporary repairs may be in order to secure things from getting worse. Local authorities, again, may guide you on this. Save the receipts of those repairs, like roof patches, tarps, boarding up windows, securing the property, as you're probably living apart from your home or apartment. Next, file an insurance claim. Claims might be settled in the order they're received, so you want to get ahead of the curve and start filing. Now, that doesn't mean settling or saying this is all I'm asking for. Start the process and keep the claim open so you can add more items later. I've done that through major hail damage to my home, where other problems with windows came up later, and I was able to add those to the claim. The insurance professionals and the adjusters were very helpful in that process. Don't accept checks or settlement as final. You may not know the extent of your loss, and you've just been through a very traumatic situation. So take your time. Put the insurance money in a bank account, credit union account, or money market fund. Keep your powder dry. Don't start using it to invest or do something else with it. You're going to need that for repairs. Work carefully with adjusters and appeal if you need. Don't settle early. Keep your right to future insurance claims and payments. If things really go bad, you may be eligible to take a tax deduction for a casualty loss. And there are often CPA financial counselors and helpers at disaster sites. Apply for government aid like FEMA or SBA, the Small Business Administration, for loans and grants if needed. And often in major disaster areas, the taxing authorities, including the federal government, and creditors are aware of this, and they give you special breaks, special extensions for filing, for paying bills back. I've actually been in the headquarters of a national credit card companies like Ops Center, and they have CNN playing, and they want to be aware as they counsel people over the phone what's going on in different localities. And any disaster can stop your income, close or curtail your small business, as we've seen in the pandemic. eliminate shelter, and affect a regional economy and your security. And that means real estate values, employment, your life, illness, disability, childcare, schooling, even your parents' caregiving could be impacted. Physical and digital infrastructure could be shot, and social networks and relationships are disrupted. So it's important to act quickly after disaster strikes. And let us know your thoughts. How have you, your family, and friends recovered from disasters and the financial impact if you've experienced this? Put in your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the reminder bell, and smash the like button, if you will. This helps build the outreach and connection for our growing YouTube audience and others who want to learn. Another tip, avoid contractor ripoffs. Keep records and establish the reputation of the contractor. You know, the hammer people. Do they have insurance? Do they have liability and workers' comp? Check with local consumer agencies, disaster preparedness and recovery offices, even your state's attorney general or AG office. A lot of these folks that come into repairs, and this is not a bad thing, but they come from out of state to aid, and they're hired by different insurance companies and building and construction firms to do the repairs. Compare notes with neighbors and local building authorities, disaster officials, and even counselors at some of the disaster intake areas have set up. Repairs should meet local building codes and pass inspections. So you want to get those protocols set up. Pay periodically as work progresses. And back to the issue of notification of others. Notify creditors, employers. You may have employers that have headquarters offices far, far away. Let them know what's been going on. Family members, utilities, schools, online memberships and subscriptions. You're going to probably want to suspend some of those charges because you can't use them. And stay with us in just a few seconds. I'm going to give you an idea about this field of disaster recovery you may have not considered, and it's one that's very innovative. So be sure to hit that subscribe and that like button, but very importantly, share this information with family and friends and career colleagues. Now here's the key bonus point I promised, and this is a new form of mitigation, and it sounds a little odd, maybe even weird. It's called relocation. Yes, relocation. Because after a disaster, you may be in an area of vulnerability through floods, coastal erosion, land subsidence, or even certain fire danger areas where the best course of action might be to relocate to a safer place. And it's in the interest of FEMA and some other federal state officials to provide that relocation. They can't afford to keep rebuilding in areas where the ground and the infrastructure is deteriorating. And this has been happening in congressional testimony. So I mentioned some of the vulnerabilities. And part of this is to have a readiness mindset. It goes beyond preparation, recovery, rebuilding, and mitigation. And then the extreme form of mitigation is this idea of resetting or relocating. You may choose to relocate on your own based on age or other preference, or family members that have moved somewhere. So it's about situational awareness, as the military calls it. Educating yourself and your family. See what is next. What kind of preparation? And it's like rebalancing your portfolio. You want to be kind of a contrarian when it comes to disasters. You want to make yourself a non-participant in that disaster or the coming again of that same vulnerability. You're kind of like Noah and the ark. So be prepared, but don't overdo it. And think long-term about relocation, especially as you age, your family and career interests and expertise change. Then be aware and ready, including financially, for the disaster vulnerabilities in the new place that you might go and how you can mitigate against them. There are always ways to be prepared. And we also want to mention our other video, the beautiful companion to this, 4 ways to prepare financially for a natural disaster. I have a link to that in the comments section as well. Remember, new episodes of What's Next with Money are posted on Thursdays.